our distinguished special guests, the president of our dear club, Mohammed Gigi Alifo, who has always been a true brother, management members of our proud club, our landlord from Deu Nana, my own colleague, the former vice president of the Ghana Football Association, George Afriye, my former members of the board of the Football Association, our proud Division 1 clubs here in Guarded, our proud Premier League clubs here in Guarded, my players, my colleagues from the media, and most importantly, my own godfather, Lepora, the indefatigable MND Jaula. All protocol observed. Somewhere in the year 2018, a decision was taken at one of our meetings to mark and celebrate the milestone of the attainment of 10 years of existence of this special institution. Consequently, a committee headed by the administrative manager Aminu Shado was set up and tasked with the responsibility of planning activities to mark the 10th anniversary of Dreams Football Club. It is in the execution of such plans by the committee, Mr. Chairman, that we are gathered here this evening. This event is to officially launch and kickstart the lined-up activities to mark our 10th anniversary. Mr. Chairman, I would like to pursue at this juncture and ask you to join me, acknowledge and commend the tireless efforts of the planning committee. I think let's give them a round of applause. Mr. Chairman, I would, however, encourage them to continue putting in the work in ensuring that all other activities lined up are executed with success. Mr. Chairman, 10 years ago, faced with immense difficulties, uncertainties, confusion, and disagreements, we took a hard decision to break away from a family called FCN Mamobi and start a journey towards putting one of our own together. Some of our close associates and friends urged us not to chart this course. Others doubted our ability to even last a day, which later turned into a week, a month, eventually a year. And now we are 10 years into this thrilling adventure. Of course, it wasn't easy from the start. The entire operations of this club at its inception was restricted to a handbag, the bag that was famously known as the Gigi office. We eventually graduated into operating from the car booth of course, Mohammed Gigi Alifo. Indeed, there are several moments during these times that the thought of quitting flashed through our minds. But in all these instances, the desire to prove everyone, especially those who doubted us, that it can be done, inspired us on. We always believed in ourselves, and gradually, for those who remember, we eventually moved into a one-room office which we partitioned in our own way to house the office of the chairman and a waiting/conference room at Jowlu here in Accra. Indeed, we've come a very long way, and today we boast of an efficient office complex situated in the heart of Accra in East Legon. This 5-bedroom facility houses the offices of the chairman, the president, the administrative manager, the finance office, the media department, a proper conference room, a storage room, of course, a kitchen where we can eat, and even residential facilities for some of our players. Our dear club has seen some significant development on the field of play. Aside the first team, which we call Stage 1, this club also runs a U20 side called Still Believe FC, which is Stage 2, and competes in the Zone 4 of the Greater Accra Division 2 League. We also have our Okraku'S club called In God We Trust, where we have U17, U13, and U10 sides. Colleagues, earlier this year, we took a bold step to set up Dreams Temale to cater for the enormous talents from the northern part of the country. I am very happy to announce that plans are far advanced to extend the Dreams FC franchise to the Brown region, where we intend to put up a U17 team. This family was formed primarily to give life to the lifeless, to offer hope and aspirations, and perhaps, and most importantly, to make money for the players, for ourselves, and for the industry at large. As we can find in our DNA, is to be very competitive. Of course, that's our desire, to be competitive on all fronts and build a solid corporate brand that is easily acceptable by all. In our 10-year span, we believe strongly we have lived up to this expectation, albeit the fact that there's room for improvement. Mr. Chairman, the club has evolved over the years from just putting a group of talented players together on the dusty pitches in Ashalibuche to a semi-grass turf of Kweyman, and now to a fully grassed surface at the Theatre of Dreams in Delhi. This evolution comes with its own challenges, especially in the area of finance. With the increasing cost associated with running a football club in Ghana, Dreams FC has endeavored to find strategic partnerships to ensure that the club remains relevant at all times. It is in this vein that existing partnerships with firms such as MyBet.Africa, Paradise Park, M-Vision Entertainment, Fulton Medical Center, Nakia Laundry Services, Easy Paints, and of course, our external partner Spox is so jealously guarded to give hope and confidence for others to come on board. This club intends in the years ahead to continue to improve on its infrastructure, specifically in getting a state-of-the-art training facility on its own, and eventually a befitting stadium that will give long-lasting memories for anyone who attend our matches. We also look to intensify our corporate social responsibility drive by primarily inculcating the spirit of giving back in all our players, hence the establishment of the DFC Charity Fund. This fund has been set up by management to provide a unique platform for all our players, both in the current squad and those abroad, to give back to the society that has always supported them in diverse ways. Mr. Chairman, I would very much like to use this opportunity to express our gratitude to the President of the land, His Excellency President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, for the role he played in ensuring the resumption of football activities after a 9-month absence, and backing it with the much-needed funding. Special thanks is also reserved for the Honorable Sports Minister, Honorable Isaac Isiama, and his team at the Sports Ministry. Of course, I cannot forget the big role played by the chairman and members of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Sports, Youth and Culture, especially during that challenging period we had with the NC. I would also want to thank the leadership of the Ghana League Clubs Association, whose chairman is well represented here, all Premier League clubs, all Division 1 clubs, for working closely in ensuring the revival of local football. The anniversary committee has laid down an elaborate plans of activities which has been approved by the board towards the year-long celebrations of our 10 years of existence. I'll crave the indulgence of the gathering at this point to run through the planned activities to mark our anniversary. Later this month, we'll be commissioning our new clubhouse in Dewu to afford enhanced living conditions for both our first and our youth team. This movement is so key for us in our quest to build a stronger bond between the club and the locals of Dewu and its environs. We'll be holding a symposium for clubs that will be participating in our annual scouting tournament called Best in Ghana Soccer Fiesta. In the month of June, the club will be making donation to a mosque in Accra in commemoration of the Eid Fitr Festival. We shall also hold our anniversary awards and dinner ceremony also in the month of June. In July, the club will join our brothers in Christ to also mark the anniversary. Then in August, we plan on organizing a testimonial match for one of our most loyal sons, Eric Gau Gatete. In September, this club will visit and make a donation to the children's ward of the Tetekwashi Memorial Hospital in Mampong, and then wrap up our activities in October with a soccer clinic with a basic government school just a few meters away from the Theatre of Dreams in Dewu. Mr. Chairman, 10 years has just passed us by, within which period we shared varied experiences. Some of these experiences continue to spur us on every day and every night. As chairman of this club, I have been blessed to enjoy enormous support from my other brothers on the board to continue to lead this family to the promised land. This vision has culminated in putting together a very efficient management in running the day-to-day administration or activities of this dear club. Of course, to the playing body, the technical team, who continue to give off their very best, we say, Aiko. All our efforts, however, would have come to nothing without the contribution of our supporters. I always say that Dreams FC, though a small club, moves with perhaps millions of supporters when the chips are down, and for that we are forever grateful. Mr. Chairman, a special guest, thank you all for coming out to support us. We hope the Almighty continues to grant us the grace for us to witness even greater achievements in the years to come. Long live the Dreams FC family, long live Ghana football, long live our dear nation Ghana, and may God continue to bless us all. Still believe.